Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your girl, French here, and today I'm going to be reacting to the top Geoguessr posts on the Geoguessr Reddit. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. I have it sorted by top of all time, so we're going to go, and it's going to be like every top upvoted post from the beginning of the Geoguessr subreddit. Alright, this is the top post on the whole Reddit, so it's a meme from 5 years ago. They don't know that I can identify Kyrgyzstan from a photo or blurry license plate. Honestly, that's so real. It's so funny in the corner. I think from Kyrgyzstan now, I don't know if it's the same meta from 5 years ago, but there's a car roof rack, like a silver roof rack that can help you identify Kyrgyzstan a lot of the time. But yeah, a lot of super niche knowledge that I don't know how much of it is applicable in real life, but so relatable. I was at a birthday party and I was talking to someone about Indonesian license plates because they were from Indonesia, and I was like, dang, I don't know if they actually care. I think I'm just talking about my Geoguessr meta knowledge, but anyways, this is a second top post. So it's a comment on a Geoguessr wizard video saying, I have a Danish flag hanging outside my house in the Netherlands just in case a Google car comes taking pictures and you're playing Geoguessr in the future to mess your game up. Honestly, that is such a devilish move because you see the flag, you're like, okay, I gotta insta send, and especially if you're in a rural Europe round, that is crazy. But wow, amazing. Okay, the third top post. So telling Scandinavian and Nordic countries apart. So some sort of chart. We've got a bunch of the flags here and the domain and a bunch of road information. So we've got Denmark, we got Faroe Islands, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden. We have the domain names, the road line markings, which I know can vary even within one country, so I won't look too much into that. The giving way sign background color. So it looks like Norway, Faroe Islands, and Denmark have the white triangle with the red outer, and then Finland, Iceland, and Sweden have the yellow triangle with the red outer border. Bollards, it looks like they have multiple different bollards in each country. Route markers, a lot of them have that green E in the number. Denmark, Finland, and Sweden are EU members. Okay. Yeah. Helpful chart overall. The next post. So we've got a meme from 4 years ago, a true blessing. When you come across a van with a website address printed on it in the middle of a deserted highway, a blessing from the Lord. Yeah. I feel like I've literally had this so many times. The other day, what did I have? There was a van that said Podgorica on the back in Montenegro. So I insta-plonked it in Podgorica. And I don't remember where my opponent guessed, but that was super, super helpful. And I was like, thank gosh, because I didn't see this crack in the sky. I didn't really know what country we were in, but it was one of those later rounds for sure. So super helpful. Bless up to those trucks and vans that we see with the URLs on them. And yeah, let's keep looking. All right, so a meme from 5 years ago. Spent 15 minutes wandering around this nature park with elephants and rhinos. Tried to figure out which African country it was in. The signs to Nairobi and Mombasa made me think Kenya. It was a zoo in Toronto. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? And even from this screenshot, I'm like, wow, the UI looks so different back then. I wonder what the UI changes will look like, in 5 years from now. So yeah. Okay, this is just a cat with a Turkish flag. I mean, hello, kitty. You gotta say hi to the cats and dogs when you see them in Geoguessr. And even in duels, sometimes when I see a moo or a horse or something like that, I'll just say hi out loud. Or if I'm able to and I'm playing a single player map or something like that, I'll do the little wave emoji or something to that effect. But you gotta say hi and respect your cats and animals that you see in Geoguessr. Alright, next post. Hate when this happens. By the way, I don't know if this has already been posted before. When you see a website address that ends with .com. I mean, yeah. So it's something I think especially in the beginning stages of Geoguessr, if you're bronze or silver or you're playing that world map, a lot of time you look for the URL. I mean, I'm still guilty of it now in Master 2 level, but especially in those maps where you're in a big city, looking for a website address, hoping it ends with a dot country code, so for example .sk for Slovakia. But yeah, when it ends with a .com, you're just out of luck and you gotta find some other piece of information. Okay, we've got the next post here When you're so cooked in Geoguessr, you have to look at the sun to figure out which hemisphere you're in. And that's Willem Dafoe looking up, I think. Oh my god. Literally, I am so bad at looking at the sun and knowing, like, what direction, like, it's in, and then, like, what hemisphere that means we're in. I actually have, like, literally, like, never learned that, even up my current level. Because I know a lot of time it could just be, like, in the middle, and then you're, like, you just spent, like, 15 seconds looking at the sun. So, not an area of the game that I'm super strong in, but I know it's helpful for some people, but pretty funny. Okay, so the next highest post we have is not a meme. It's a message from the Geoguessr founder and CEO. It was in relation to the Geoguessr, or no, it was in relation to the Esports World Cup that was happening earlier this year in Riyadh. And it's about Geoguessr officially deciding to withdraw from the World Cup. Or if you want to know more about the situation, you can find this Reddit post on the Reddit, one of the top posts. Okay, next up we have a meme. So Geoguessr players, when you go outside and see a real street sign and you're like the Leonardo DiCaprio, he's like pointing at the screen like that right there. But yeah, definitely very cool to go outside and see the things that you're learning on the internet. Hopefully I'll go to New Brunswick one day in Canada and see that stop and a red stop sign like all together, because I'll take a picture next to it and be like, hey. But yeah, no, that'd be really cool to see. But yeah, there's so many like signs and things like I want to see like in real life. Like I want to see some of the bollards, you know, and be like, oh my gosh, this is like a real life bollard, not just something I'm learning on the internet for a game. But yeah. Okay, so I think this is in relation to someone has the username Rainbolt on Reddit, but not Rainbolt himself. But they keep saying that they're not the Rainbolt from like the Geoguessr committee or from the Geoguessr community. But yeah, they've been on here for 13 years, so they have that in their bio. I'm not the Geoguessr guy. Please stop asking me where things are. Okay, next up we have Geoguessr map blackout statement. So this is another post related to the Geoguessr former participation in the Esports World Cup before their decision to withdraw. So this is a message from a bunch of the creators of the most popular maps in Geoguessr, making their maps unplayable in protest of the decision for Geoguessr to be participating in the World Cup. If you want to know more about the situation, definitely take a look at this post and look at the comments and learn more about the situation, but we'll go on to the next one. All right. Next up, we have a meme from 5 years ago when you get dropped next to cornfields, a car dealership, and a church. This is America. Woo! Funny. Oh, okay. I saw this a month ago or whenever it was posted. After exploring Seoul for 3 days, I ran into the legend himself in Incheon. Yeah, so just like seeing Rainbow in the middle of the airport, kind of crazy, because usually he is the one who like finds these pictures or finds you. All right, next up, we've got a SpongeBob meme. So every time me looking for a specific road on the map, 48, 49, 50, 53, 52, 15, where's 51? But yeah, happens every time. You can't find the one you're specifically looking for, but you find like every number around it and every combination but the one you're looking for. All right, I don't know who Tom Davies is, so we're gonna skip this one. Okay, another meme. So how my life is going right now. We've got me, we've got gaining the knowledge to help me succeed in my career. And then we have like every Geoguessr meta down below. Kenya Snorkel, love that, the Kyrgyzstan car, Colo Cross, every single bollard and pole in the world. Yeah, kind of relatable. Spending a lot of time learning all this stuff and being like, what does it translate to real life and how's it going to help me in my career? Definitely relatable. Okay, we have a rainbow billboard spotted in North Toronto. This is not Vancouver. Nice. I know he posted some sort of billboard in Boston at some point, but I don't think it's still there. Yep, and looks like this is another view of it. Okay, so someone's first time traveling to New Zealand from 5 months ago. The photo's taken by my wife. Look at all the beautiful landscapes. We've got like the mountains, the bridges, you know, the rocks and all that stuff. The photo's taken by me. The giveaway sign with the red text. The bollard with the red wraparound. And then we have the, what does that say? Gentle stop. Yellow road signs. So yeah. Another meme, we've got people I know thinking I can pinpoint any location in the world off a picture. Me only knowing Ghana because of tape on a roof rack. I mean, it's low-key so real. I'm like, if I didn't have some certain car metas, like, would I know, like, you know, Ghana? Would I know Reunion? Probably not. And especially like when I'm playing like No Move Pan Zoom or something like that, it really shows that I don't know what the locations look like. The Dominican Republic is another place because the DR roof rack I really know and I can move and look at the car. But yeah, without it, would I know where the location is? I don't know if I could tell the cities. So yeah, so relatable from The Office. Yeah. Okay, the weather improved so I could see the Albania sky rift today. It was huge and awesome. Okay, in Albania and Montenegro, there are sky rifts in the sky. And someone took a picture in front of the rift. But yeah, super, like, big meta. When you see a flag in a country, but it turns out it's just an embassy, so real. I think especially, like, if you're someplace like New York City, like, do not get baited by the flags. I mean, like, I feel like New York is very recognizable, so maybe that's a bad example. But you just, like, you see a flag and you're like, oh, yes, like, I'm in France or something. But, like, no, you're in New York. You're just outside the French embassy. Okay, next up we've got a meme of two Google cars looking at each other because it looks like the Google car itself is taking footage of a different Google car going in the opposite direction. So we've got the two people looking at each other being like, huh? Like, that's you? Like, who is that? Like, why are you me? All right, next up we've got, I met my girlfriend while playing team duels with a friend nearly a year ago. Today we have visited the first location of a team duel that got us together. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Oh, look at that. What a cute love story. I think I remember seeing this post like however many months ago when it like first came out because I check the Reddit sometimes. But yeah, oh my gosh, super cute. And also we got a little dog in the back, so hello puppy. We have to say hello to a dog. Oh my gosh, the new horror DLC looks lit. Yeah, low-key, it looks like Slenderman or something. Like if you've ever played any of those horror games where you just start seeing like the shadow approach you and then, you know, they come out of nowhere and like scare you around the corner. But definitely very scary. Saying hi to this random Lithuanian, yeah. All right, next up we've got, is this considered cheating? Oh my god, okay, wait, I totally did not realize what was even wrong with this picture, but is this considered cheating? Someone literally has a bollard on their desk. I was like, what is wrong with this picture? Like, is it them being zoomed out? Because that's definitely like a valid like NMPZ strat is to like get out of like to like not maximize your screen or whatever, so you can see like the like more of the corners or edges or something. But literally, they got a bollard IRL. Okay, so next meme we've got up is Squid Game is actually set in Taiwan because in Taiwan the black and yellow tape on the poles goes all the way to the bottom. All right, the Geoguessr bell curve. So at the bottom of the bell curve, we got this feels like Serbia. Low-key, that's me like all the time. I'm like, is it giving? Like this feels like it's like a vibe. The middle of the curve is just crying. No, you have to find signs and meta clues to be sure. And then the end is this feels like Serbia. And you got kind of like your Jedi hood on because like you return back to your roots, but you like, you know the metas and stuff now. You don't really have to question like that you're there. So it's kind of like the cycle of life, if you will. All right, next up we've got shout out to the guy who drives this truck. I love Bhutan. Very helpful meta. You see I love Bhutan on a truck. Gotta go Bhutan, right? All right. Last but not least for today, we've got the country map, or we've got the solo like country road map. I don't know what you call it, but this is from 4 years ago, so it looks very different from the UI today. But someone getting gold in all the available countries at the time is very, very impressive. I don't know what mode this is on, like if it's moving, no move, pan zoom, but yeah, getting medals in any country and especially gold, very impressive. So I think we'll end there for today. Thank you so much for watching this video of me reviewing the top Reddit posts in the Geoguessr Reddit. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments. Also, if you want me to do another Reddit video in the future where I look at maybe like some of the best posts of the week or the month or something like that and not all time, I can do that too and take a look at the comments as well. So thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla and have a great day.